They've been so really good with every single thing, every small aspects of PUBG Mobile, be it how they rotate, be it how they pick their fights. I mean, look at Zaki, he was all these teams taking their plunge. So DRS always tend to go down south, so that has always been their thing. Now, a lot of teams are heading towards Los Leones. Maybe that's where we see that first blood coming in.
And even one thing I really want to point out here, take a look at A1 Esports TDK and Starlord Flex. They are all in.
Leon will find himself in some good cover, but Mafia Ninja certainly needs to take those, pilot classes, because apparently even before his glider could take off, he's crashed it.
Take a look at this man. He's just running on his feet as well. Now from the back lines, Wally, I feel like he's doing a lot of work.
But I guess, Starlord Gaming, they're quite oblivious about his position. But Demon, that was an amazing knock over there. No, that did come out from Chari. However, felt like Demon was the one behind the gun. But Wally is trying to connect those shots, finally compromising his position over here, has made his presence felt as we head on to a different fight where we have the boys from T2K going after A1 Esports as blah blah blah. The MVP of the last match is just charging in, and any single moment he might want to find that knock, but that's not the case over here. Still, jiggling and juggling around to try to find that one body and just take him down.
And Jane is there to back him up as blah 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 is going to be lobbing a nade inside the upper floor, and that nade is so beautiful. Sinister already going down in the second nade, following it up. Already got one kill in their hands, and TDK, what an incredible utility usage from these lads. Now, A1 Esports are, of course, handicapped. Losing out on a player like Sinister this early off a game is going to be such a hurtful start for them, as RX Jax, of course, now I really feel like he's panicking over her, and even Dante, he has less HP, and he's sound, but I really feel like Zaki might be giving his sound away by the way he's moving. But doesn't really seem like they are going to be able to find any clue where Seal is really able to find the opening anymore. TDK have all their players alive inside this situation. Of course, it's 4-on-3, but take a look at what RX Jackson and Nightbar are doing. They're moving inside the flank line, but Dante, of course, in a position where he's not really be expected, but seems like Redditor is going to be spotting it out. And, of course, Dante in a massive water trouble he has been taken down, and Redditor, of course, with those lightning fast reaction, is going to be enough to punish Dante in his initial position. But take a look at Nineboy, of course. These guys are moving a lot, and of course that is going to be creating so much breathing space for them as well initially. But TDK seems like they have a pretty good job. They've been doing a pretty fantastic job in overall capitalizing the entire squad of A1 Esports, and that's going to be A1 Esports getting eliminated in the 15th position. Another fight breaking down between the players of P and Crew. Baron might be in massive water trouble with Molotov, but doesn't really seem like that's going to be hurting him anymore, as Baron is moving quite efficiently in those small little compound that he has been provided. Take a look at Killer YT. He was burning by his own Molotov.
The house has been incinerated, and any single moment the players of P and Crew are just gonna charge in and take down Baron himself. But here he has popping up the last first aid that he did have, but right now the push is finally on, and they're pushing in tandem. That's a good thing. And well, Baron, how long is he gonna stay alive? And he did try to get a knock or two, but that's just about it. Was sort of caught off in a corner and could barely move. And with that, Seal Esports finally off to an early exit. We don't see that quite often.
I mean, finally we see the presence of P and Crew, but talking about presence being shown, Venom Legends getting the first knock on the players of R3D, but Joker from the backlines is going to be doing work, and that's going to be quite detrimental start for the players of Venom Legends, of course. Now, Frypan has went down, but take a look at Rafa's position. Brilliant positioning coming out from this lad. Of course, on the right line, spotting Joker out. Joker's position has been compromised, but Joker doesn't really want to peek right into his crosshair, so he is going to be quite stepping onto that passive step as the zone is going to be moving in. He will have to make the move, or the zone is going to be doing quite a lot of damage, and that might be quite hurtful as well. Looking quite good, and that nade might be detrimental. Illusion was right next to the window, but barely backing off at the last second. Quite lucky there, not gonna lie.
He certainly was, but he is cooking up another grenade, and he might have heard that first aid. But no, Khan does back off as he's just the lonesome player of F4 right in this current vicinity. And any single moment, Dead Eyes might just get the fight right at his face. The nade being dropped over there, and there you go, just blasting it off, and F4 taking an early exit.
Wow, Dead Eyes, what incredible utility usage! But I gotta give props. Yeah, but I gotta give props to Khan the way he was repositioning himself after that each and every single knockdown that he was getting. But take a look at Zal in a massive water trouble. The entire squad of Venom Legends is right in front of him. What is he supposed to do? The Molotov has been thrown as well. He's going to be taking a lot of damage from that, but no. The utility precision is certainly not on point as Zol is barely surviving just onto that little corner of the hut. And wow, he's going to be thanking his God at this point because the way that this man has survived from that nuke and Kranis is quite impressive. And now again, a lot of smokes being thrown to block the enemy vision off as Rafat is on a move. He wants that kill, and of course that is going to be enough as Zol has been taken down, and that's going to be Zeus getting eliminated in those early phases on the position of 12.
So much utility is exhausted for one helpless player, and Venom Legends certainly need to find their rhythm. They did get the squad wiped though, but a lot of utilities being wasted is the word for it. And Venom Legends now, they are in a position where they've got those smokes going in and have the ridge covers for them to work things around. But PN Crew, this has been one of those squads that has been causing a lot of nuisance throughout the entire set.
Under the players of Blood Legion, but another fight is panning out between the players of High Voltage and Stellar Flex as the two openings has already been found from the players of High Voltage, and now the domination is just continuing as Blade being the last man surviving, and Ozzy probably trying to fire a lot of shots, and that's going to be Blade going down as well. Ozzy doing a fantastic job in capitalizing from those backlines, and what a play.
What a play it is, and here we have the top three teams.
Of course, making a lot of move as Cooney is going to be on the aggressive step, but finally going to be backing off. Doesn't really want to risk his life away as DRS might be getting a lot of initial time to reset as well inside the fight. The frag nades will be popped in. Is that nade going to be doing damage? But no, is it going to be the answer as AJ has been spotted taking damage onto his head as his helmet is barely about to go down, and so as West, and this is going to be such a detrimental factor for the entire squad of DRS, and this is where the flank comes in from Cooney as well. Cooney doing a lot of damage, but certainly DRS are doing a fantastic job in overall holding down the ridge. This might be a massive clutch coming from these lads. A 2v4 almost happening right in front of our eyes. Ozzy being the last man surviving, and this was an entire throw coming in from the lads of High Voltage.
This is a disaster for High Voltage, and we have seen this in the past. Yesterday's game of Sanhok, it was Mr. Boro, the last solo player surviving. He clutched it, and DRS, oh my goodness, they are living the moment. As Ozzy, he needs to start thinking right now. The numbers advantage that he had has finally been taken off, and Mafia Ninja and AJ, they completely are ready for the fight, and they are waiting the circle, and they also have the blessings of it. So they have to wait for Ozzy to make that move, and suddenly DRS having the upper edge in this fight.
Exactly, circle is going to be favoring the players of DRS, and Ozzy will have to make a move. Mafia Ninja certainly not going to be peeking out, and doesn't really want to give his head away that easily as well. They want to make sure Ozzy is moving out all in the open. The spray is there, and that's going to be DRS taking the chicken dinner. What an incredible and